Mr. A.K. Upadhyay, who's the chairman of NHAI, now joins in on the show. Mr. Upadhyay, thanks very much for being with us on the show and taking the time out to join in. Now, to start off with, the finance minister in the budget, he indicated that the target for NHAI is close to 8,800 kilometers for FY13, vis-a-vis 7,300 kilometers in FY12. Till now, to date, how much of the 7,300 kilometers has been achieved in terms of development?
We have awarded 5,457 kilometers as of now in 42 projects. And we have another 1,560 kilometers due on March 29-30. That takes us to above 7,000 kilometers. This is NHAI's achievement. And besides this, ministry directly, through state government agencies or state road development corporations, is also awarding some projects. So in NHDP, we are going to be well above 7,300 kilometers.
Mr. Upadhyay, morning. Well, you've also said that around 5,000 kilometers was awarded till February end, and the balance has come in March via NHDP, which the market sees as a last-ditch effort to meet the targets. How confident are you that the target for next year, that is 8,800 kilometers, would be met?
Should not be difficult, because if you see this bunching up, it is because of some procedural difficulties, and we are trying to work out with other agencies like Planning Commission and Ministry of Finance how to simplify it. And therefore, this is the target of not only NHI, this is the target of NHI and Ministry together. NHDP is being implemented both by NHI and partly by Ministry through straight PWDs. So this 8,800 target is of NHDP, and the two agencies are NHI and plus Ministry through the state PWD departments. So we should be able to get it.
Fair enough. But Mr. Upadhyay, you had also indicated that some policies and procedures are going to be talked about with the ministry. If you could just give us more clarity on the same.
Essentially simplifying procedures so that delays in investment approval, they are minimized. In fact, there are procedures are there in any public institution. Because of the accountability, procedures are necessary, but how do we rationalize it, how do we simplify it, and keeping the essential intent there intact, how do we get it faster? It should be possible.
Right. Mr. Upadhyay, talking about now per-day targets that we've seen, what is the per-day target of road construction at the moment? Our checks are indicating that we've been able to construct about 10 to 12 kilometers of roads per day. That was much, and that is rather much lower than the target that was set out by the former road minister of about 20 kilometers per day a few years ago.
We are going to reach 20 kilometers a day in another 2 years. This depends on how many road projects, how many kilometers are under construction. So for that you have to have 3 times of that on the anvil. So given the current rate of awards, starting from 2014 we should be there at 20 kilometers a day. As you know that previous 2 years awards were a little depressed, and that is reflecting at this level. But I'm sure that in 2014 onwards we should be there.
And if we take a look at some of the reports on NHAI, they do indicate that the intensity of bids for some of your projects, they've fallen drastically over the past few months. Do you agree that there is a slowdown in the bidding activity?
Well, not at all. In fact, there is a live example. A bid came yesterday of Sholapur, Bijapur in Maharashtra, and there were 16 bids, and 13 of them offered premium. And against expected VGF of about 7%, we have got the highest premium of 76 crore rupees. So I believe that the positive sentiment still continues, and I'm talking about yesterday.
Right. So Mr. Upadhyay, the finance minister now has provision for NHAI to raise about 10,000 crore rupees via bonds in FY13. Give us a sense of, are you looking to raise this amount in one go, and by when will the first round of fundraising come through?
The final strategy of how are we going to phase it, whether we do it in one go or 3-4 tranches, that we are still thinking through. But yes, we do intend to raise 10,000 crore rupees like we did last year, which was a very great success. So we do intend to raise it, but the timing will come out very soon about our timing, our plans, exact tranches and all details.
Okay, thanks very much, Mr. Upadhyay, for joining in and talking about all of your fundraising plans as well as the road ahead for the company.